The magic feedback loop. A lot of self-help ideas are very, very easy to misunderstand, mainly because of the way they are distributed. What does this mean? Suppose you are an entrepreneur and you decide to open a sandwich shop. All you really know is that people like sandwiches. So you get some investors and start selling a variety of sandwiches. Let's say you start off with 10 different kinds. And just like any kind of distribution, Pareto will show up, the 80-20 rule. Of your 10 sandwiches, 2 of them will be sold 80% of the time. And because you are an expert entrepreneur, this is fantastic news, fantastic data. Because now you have a much better idea of what the customers want. So you focus on those top 2 or 3 sandwiches and maybe ditch the bottom 3 or 4. And based on the top selling sandwiches, you try some more sandwiches that are more like the top few and get more data. And every time you get data that represents what kind of sandwiches people actually buy, you can increase your profits. The more you can produce things people will voluntarily pay for, the more money you'll get. Now back to the idea of self-help concepts. If you are a publisher of self-help books, what is going to drive what goes into those books? The same exact thing. You'll look at the kinds of books people buy and you'll sell more of those. Now the money question. The one most self-help fans do not want to think about is the self-help publishing companies concerned with what really works or with what sells best. Does the sandwich seller worry about the nutritional content of his sandwiches? Not really. Booksellers and sandwich sellers are concerned with sales. Self-help books are filled with wonderful sounding ideas that make us and our brains feel good. Sandwich sellers sell sandwiches that taste good and make our mouths feel good. Is it up to the sandwich makers to keep us healthy? Is it up to the booksellers to give us the correct data to help us live our lives better? No, it is not. Both are under our responsibility. So here's a very common self-help idea that sounds good. It sounds good, but what does it really mean? Here's the statement. If you believe it, you will achieve it. This is true, but only on a certain level. If you believe something and that drives your actions, then it can be true. Like every collection of experimental sandwiches the sandwich man made, they knew some would work and some wouldn't. But that belief that they'd be successful is what drove them. On the other hand, if you hide inside your room, in your closet, only believing things, that won't do squat. Real-world success requires a combination of beliefs, actions, strong intentions, and an openness to the feedback system. The system that keeps giving you valuable data, both of what to do and what not to do. To learn more, visit mindpersuasion.com/3x3.